from the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your favorite hours on news television. Welcome to Super Prime Time Max, the debate with Arnab. Ladies and gentlemen, this format that we started this week is getting a thunderous response from so many of you. We've seen the interactivity go up. You love the QR code questioning. You love being part of the debate. And I promise you, I'm going to get so many of you on the phone. In fact, I have a viewer segment where I'm going to start a competition whereby more and more people who are winners on certain segments of the show get to come and join me on the show, on the debate. So we have a lot more in store coming up. Republic is never a network that is status quoist, and this show certainly isn't. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for the lead. Tonight, instead of ducking the Adani-Ambani question, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has thrown it back at the Vadra Congress. He has asked why Rahul Gandhi, who he refers to appropriately as Shehzada, why Shehzada has gone quiet on the Ambani-Adani issue when the election campaign began. The Prime Minister said this in Telangana, very appropriate. You know why, viewers? Because in Telangana, Revanth Reddy, the Congress Chief Minister, warmly welcomed the promised investment of the Adani Group. Revanth Reddy loves the Adani Group and his boss talks against them. In fact, viewers, let's be candid, it was during the Congress time that the Ambanis made their huge fortunes and the Adanis started making theirs. It is in the Congress time that both Adani and Ambanis made big investments in Congress-ruled states and continue to do so. The Congress that compromised even the defense industry of the country by making our country dependent on foreign imports, perhaps wants foreign companies to go and take over the Indian market and not Indian business conglomerates. Ladies and gentlemen, do a little bit of research. A research question, I'm just going off track for a while. Find out what was the name of a company called Back Ops. Once upon a time, let me tell you a fairy tale, there was a company called Back Ops, operated by a person who at that point of time claimed not to be an Indian citizen. You should do your research about who this person is and what his malicious intent was about, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Going back to the issue, my view is that Indians should be proud of the strength of Indian homegrown business conglomerates like the Ambanis, the Adanis, the Tatas, the Birlas, as much as they should be about our new age startups. The Congress mindset is to demonize, villainize Indian companies and make India dependent on foreign investments and foreign companies alone. They want the Indian market to be ruled by foreign companies. Ladies and gentlemen, by pushing Shehzada into a corner on the Ambani-Adani issue, the Prime Minister is sharpening the nature of his campaign. Now, what do I expect? Personally, I think, and this is the way if you follow Narendra Modi's campaigns, you know, he takes his time and then he starts going for the big hits. We expect more fireworks from him in the days to come. And ladies and gentlemen, I come to you with multiple debates this evening. I have with me, fantastic, sharp in some time, S. Gurumurthy, someone I admire, I love, and I look up to, is joining me on the Adani-Ambani question, ladies and gentlemen, S. Gurumurthy. Also on the debate this evening, Adani-Ambani and the 2024 question. Also on the debate this evening, I have a lot of exclusives tonight. And at 9 o'clock, the racism of the Congress party, this time once again, sponsored by Rahul Gandhi's guru. Talking about that is Himanta Biswa Sarma. We have a lot of exclusives on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. We love him, the way he talks, and he says, why call us Chinese? He said, I looked in the mirror, I saw an Indian, not a Chinese. I also have the completely affable and aggressive at the same time Annamalai, who says, I am a dark-skinned Bharatiya and proud to be one. Oh yes, Annamalai, that was a fantastic comment today. On the racism of the Congress party, we have a huge debate lined up. So I am bringing you a lot of deep content on the show, ladies and gentlemen. And here are the headlines. This Wednesday evening on The Debate Tonight. Rahul Gandhi's guru calls South Indians Africans. He calls North Indians white. And he calls people from the Northeast Chinese after the Muslim quota and the caste card. Congress is now playing the race card. Can Muslim quota, casteism and racist thinking save the Congress party from sinking further?
विधान सर पे लेकर के नाचने वाले लोग चमड़ी के रंग के आधार पर मेरे देशवासियों का अपमान कर रहे हैं। मेरे देशवासियों का अपमान मेरा देश सहन नहीं करेगा और मोदी तो कतई नहीं करेगा।
Prime Minister goes for the jugular. Congress refuses to sack Rahul's guru. Vadra Gandhi gave him instead an option for quitting for a while, but the damage is done. The Congress party is in deepening trouble right now. Across South India, in particular, extreme anger against the Congress party, calling South Indians Africans. Annamalai says he's a dark-skinned Bharatiya. But the emotional connect between Rahul and Sam stops Kharge from sacking him. And no more defensiveness on the Ambani-Adani question. In an uncharacteristic sharpening of the poll campaign, Prime Minister asks why the Shehzada of the Congress has suddenly gone quiet on Adani and Ambani, which means that now if Rahul raises Ambani and Ambani, he will be responding to the PM, and if he doesn't, he's up for more questions. The country loves it when the Prime Minister gives it back, and he gave it back, and how? To the Congress party. Today he did that by asking why the Congress party is not talking about Ambani and Adani since the election started. He suggested a deal between the corporate houses and the Congress party, and by doing so, he's put the Congress party on the mat right in the middle of the hot campaign of 2024.
आज किसी भी चौकीदार किसी से भी आप पूछ लो, मीटिंग के बाद आप जाना, दिल्ली में कोई भी आपको मिल जाए, बस ये शब्द कहना चौकीदार। उसको आप आस्ते से कहो चौकीदार, चौकीदार, चौकीदार। जैसे भी कहना है आप चौकीदार बोलो, दूसरे साइड से पता लगेगा चोर है।
किसी भी आप सेक्टर में देखिए, और सबसे दो मोनोपोलिस्ट के बारे में थोड़ा सा बोलूंगा। उसको वो कोरोना के समय अलग अलग वेरिएंट्स आते हैं, डेल्टा, ओमिक्रॉन, वो डबल ए वेरिएंट है, और वो पूरा का पूरा हिंदुस्तान की जो अर्थव्यवस्था है उसके अंदर फैल रहा है. These matters are very close to the Prime Minister, and whenever you touch the Adani matter, the Prime Minister gets very uncomfortable and very nervous.
Personal remarks, irresponsible politics, misguided hatred and contempt for the competitive Indian economy. And this election season, Rahul Gandhi's weapon seems to have been neutralized.
जब से चुनाव घोषित हुआ है, इन्होंने अंबानी अडानी को गाली देना बंद कर दिया. मैं आज तेलंगाना की धरती से पूछना चाहता हूं, जरा ये शहजादे घोषित करें, इस चुनाव में ये अंबानी अडानी से कितना माल उठाया है, क्या टेम्पो भर करके नोटे कांग्रेस के लिए पहुंची है क्या? आपने रातों रात अंबानी अडानी इनको गाली देना बंद कर दिया. जरूर दाल में कुछ काला है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, during an election address in Telangana, today questioned Rahul Gandhi over his sudden silence on Ambani-Adani attacks. Rahul Gandhi has repeatedly accused the Prime Minister directly of corruption by being in cahoots with industrialists Adani and Ambani. His comments have now come back to bite him. Interestingly, in January this year, the Congress-led Telangana government signed 4 deals with the Adani Group. In September 2023, India Alliance member Sharad Pawar held a meeting with Gautam Adani, turning heads in the political corridors. What more curious is that while Rahul Gandhi in Delhi kept abusing the Prime Minister and the industrialist Adani and Ambani, in 2023 in Kerala, the Congress party locked horns with the CPM for the naming of the Adani port. Now the Prime Minister has turned the tables on Rahul Gandhi.
Chairman of the Vivekananda International Foundation, editor of the Tughlaq, India's leading public intellectual, and most importantly for me, well-known journalist Gurumurthy is joining me tonight. As Gurumurthy, and the motion of my debate is whether the Adani-Ambani card is obsolete. I personally think it is. How can you be in a free market economy and keep abusing the largest business conglomerates of the country as if there's something terribly wrong if you're doing any work with them? I mean, this is crazy. Mr. Gurumurthy, welcome, pranam. Thank you for joining me. What do you make of the Prime Minister's sudden use of the Ambani-Adani name? It's a change of tack. The Prime Minister has not been talking about Adani-Ambani, but he's gone for the jugular. What's his strategy here? You know him well.
Arnab, you are very clever. Because when the name Ambani came, actually I must have been called by the media to talk about it because I was the one who began talking about how powerful Ambani was at the time when the quota license Raj was on. In fact, our objection to the Ambani and Reliance growth at that time was that it was at the cost of the government, through the government. And the first dinner that Mrs. Indira Gandhi accepted after she returned to power in 1980 was a public dinner with Ambani to show her gratitude to his support to her during the Janta period. They were so close. In fact, the entire campaign of the Indian Express was that the Ambanis were part of the running of the government itself because it was a closed economy where anyone who could coin his connections with the political system, with the ruling family, with the ruling party was able to garner opportunities which were denied to others. In fact, I was arrested on a letter forged by the Reliance Group. It's an open secret. But that situation has completely changed. It is no more there. Ambani is one of the big industrialists of India. And of course, he has his own prime place. In fact, I have never met him. I never met the senior Ambani nor the junior Ambani. I have met Adani a couple of times. I have nothing to do with them. But these are the people who will stand up and build the Indian industry, whether I like them or not. But the way Rahul Gandhi campaigned against Ambani is complete repudiation of the relationship between Ambani and his grandmother, his father, and the close relationship. This was always a matter of shock and surprise for me. How did he do it? But he began campaigning against Adani also. It is only because of their association with Gujarat, from where the Prime Minister hailed, and he became the Chief Minister and then the Prime Minister. And so it was purely to take advantage of the fact that all three were Gujaratis. And he began clubbing them, trying to bring a conflict that he is not an honest man, Prime Minister is not an honest man, he's a chore, Chaukidar is chore hai. This 2019 campaign failed completely, but still he continued. That is what shocked me. Who are his advisors? It's a very different economy today. Everybody has the same opportunity as Ambani or Adani. And in fact, they grew only because of, as you rightly said, the concessions and licenses given by the Congress. And now they are big. And they are also open to competition. And now to blame them and club them with Modi as someone who has grown only because of Modi is a dishonest politics which this man pursued. Narendra Modi is a very clever man. He waited for the right opportunity that these gentlemen stopped talking about Ambani and Adani after the election campaign started. As if it is that I will keep on.
But it's very interesting, isn't it? No, but it's very interesting. On that point, just sorry to intervene, it's very interesting, Mr. Gurumurthy, that actually Rahul Gandhi has stopped talking about Adani and Ambani when the campaign has started. So this issue was never in focus. But now that the Prime Minister is saying it, everybody's doing their Google search and they're saying yes. I mean, Rahul Gandhi used to keep talking about Hindenburg, tax havens, Ambani, Adani, wherever he went, and now he's not talking about it at all. So the focus is on why the Congress party has gone silent. And Prime Minister says, Shehzada घोषित करे कि चुनाव में अंबानी अडानी से कितना माल उठाया है. So Prime Minister has also gone completely for the jugular. It's incredible timing.
You see, that's what I'm saying. Narendra Modi is a very, very clever man. He thinks 10 steps ahead and 10 years ahead. So he fixed Rahul because Rahul's campaign about Ambani and Adani has been a continuous course. It is not that he made an allegation here and there. He kept on keeping it as an agenda against the Prime Minister. It is as if telling Ambanis and Adanis, unless you are going to support me in a big way, I will continue this campaign. And obviously, that their names have not been dropped after the election campaign started raises a very big issue. And Rahul must answer why he has not taken up Ambani Adani.
So by saying so, by raising this issue, are you saying, Mr. Gurumurthy, that the Prime Minister is hinting at the possibility of pre-election blackmail of these parties by the Congress party?
Whether the Prime Minister hinted or not, I am seeing it because if you keep on campaigning against Ambani and Adani throughout the last 5 years, and suddenly at the time of the election campaign, where the campaign has to be carried on with greater vigor, but you stopped it, means that there is something in it. Otherwise, why will you stop it?
One last question, Mr. Gurumurthy. You're watching the Prime Minister's campaign and, you know, generally there's talk in Latvian circles against starts, oh, can the Congress party do better than, can the BJP end up losing out? Is this a no-wave election? But we're also seeing the Prime Minister up the ante, Muslim quota, Mangal Sutra, Adani, Ambani. So Prime Minister knows that he is the face, he is the voice, he is the leader, he is the vote catcher, and he is becoming more aggressive in a very popular way. Like in a way, in a language that people easily connect with. So how are you viewing the PM's campaign and how he's pitching it as of now?
See, actually, the Congress is bowling full tosses and half volleys. And the Prime Minister is hitting them. In fact, he has his own points to present. I have performed well, my government was honest, and it has acted against corruption. And we have taken the country to such a high level that we are a respected global power, that we are the 5th largest economy, we are moving towards the 3rd largest economy. All this, the Prime Minister, the positive points he has to say, he is saying, the BJP is saying, the BJP leaders are saying. But the Congress keeps on bowling full tosses.
Yeah.
And it talked about, you see, it is not that you talked about wealth redistribution in a vacuum. You talked about it in the background of who will be the beneficiaries of this redistribution. And not once, twice, not in a public meeting, the Prime Minister of India, the UPA Prime Minister, Manmohan Singh said this twice, that the first claim on the national resources will be that of Muslims. So the Prime Minister said, now that you are trying to redistribute, please tell us, are you going to redistribute with the first claim of the Muslims on it? Who gave this full toss to the Prime Minister? And then you talked about the inheritance tax, another full toss. And so you keep on fouling full tosses, and the Prime Minister hits, and not only keeping his own performance in the prime position in the campaign, he is also hitting you out of the ground.
Yeah, this is very...
After all, it is the Congress which is to blame for how the Prime Minister has grown
So
aggressively.
tomorrow is very interesting because, you know, as tomorrow if Rahul Gandhi speaks about Ambani, Adani, the BJP will say, see, we forced you to come out and talk about him again. Completely turned it around. So interesting. Mr. Gurumurthy, we are missing you on the election campaign a lot. We hope to see a lot of you on the new revamped Republic. Great to see you tonight. Thank you very much. That is the one and only S. Gurumurthy on the debate tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by Shazia Ali of the BJP. I'm joined by Kishore Subramaniam, well-known investment analyst and economist. I'm joined by Dr. M. Satya Kumar, advocate of the Supreme Court and an economist. I'm joined by Dr. Santosh Mehrotra, visiting professor economics at the University of Bath, who generally I've seen an anti-BJP in his position, and Abhishek Sudhir, who is anti-BJP on most occasions. Tonight, Santosh Mehrotra ji, Dr. Mehrotra, I start with you. You know, the Prime Minister says clearly here that why has Rahul Gandhi stopped talking about Ambani, Adani after the campaign started? And you know, you would expect that Ambani, Adani everywhere, abusing Ambani, Adani everywhere was being done by Rahul Gandhi. But truly, the Prime Minister is correct, because once the campaign started, just around that time, right, and just around the time that the Adanis went and said we are investing 12,400 crores in Telangana, right, 5,000 crores in a data center, renewable energy data center, 5,000 crores in pump storage projects. And ever since Adani also received applications from Karnataka that similar investments should be done in Karnataka as well, the moment that happened, Rahul Gandhi stopped talking about Ambani and Adani completely. It is true. Show me a single campaign statement of Rahul Gandhi on Ambani or Adani so far on the campaign trail. And if not, why not? Why do you think so?
Mr. Gurumurthy is misleading your audience. You are misleading them. And the PM is misleading them, with all due respect to all three gentlemen. In the last week, every day, Mr. Rahul Gandhi has spoken about Mr. Adani, and I don't know whether he's spoken about Ambani or not, maybe he has. And there is no question about it that every day he's spoken about them. So clearly there is no reason for all three of you to be uttering falsehoods to the whole nation. Anyway, I'm no spokesman for Rahul Gandhi. It's irrelevant whether he's speaking about them or not. Let's ask me a real question rather than whether he's speaking about them or not.
You're saying I didn't ask you a real question?
Yeah, this is not a real question, because I'm just told
Did I ask
for
you?
last 7 days every day, for 7 days every day he has mentioned both Ambani and Adani. Let's not get into, you know, simple, sure, factual points.
Siddharth Sharma joins the debate.
Please check.
Siddharth Sharma joins the debate as Santosh Mehrotra accuses me of asking unreal questions. The real question is that in Bengal, over 35,000 crores investment by the Adani Group. During the Congress time in Rajasthan, Mr. Mehrotra, a reality that Adani has stakes in various coal mines in the state given during the Congress party's time, and approximately 65,000 crore rupees investment has been promised. Do you have a real answer to this unreal question?
No, look, I can't imagine any major industrial house which has not, or forgive me for using the term industrial house, because I don't regard Adani as an industrial house. They are simply in the business of infrastructure. They don't produce practically anything. They've just bought a cement manufacturing company. Let me go back to the substantive point. There is not a state in which they don't have an investment. And if Revant Reddy and Siddaramaiah are asking for bids, and Adani has made a bid, why are you surprised?
I'm surprised because this sounds like,
what's the big deal?
This sounds like Mahua Moitra saying, I did nothing great. I just asked this real estate company to do up my house and do consultancy on how to do the interiors of my house. Then I call that absolute 100% laced hypocrisy.
Mr. Goswami, I don't understand the logic.
I agree. I'm getting the other side.
The logic.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Dr. Mehrotra, let me get a response to your opening remarks tonight. And I have a hand up, Satya Kumar, and we're going to have it freely up. 79% people believe attacking Adani-Ambani is anyway obsolete. Satya.
Arnab, the point to be noted here is that it is just not Rahul Gandhi who is not picking on Adani and Ambani. The entire India alliance is not taking upon Adani and Ambani for two reasons. Respective state governments who are supporting, that is the regional parties which are supporting the India alliance along with Rahul Gandhi, they have got investment in the state. Not only that, we all know very well political donations come from most of the corporates. So, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself has answered today why Rahul Gandhi is silent. So, it is very clear that Congress has got back to the mode of what they were preaching before 2014, that is crony capitalism. And by the way, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in the last 10 years, roughly, he has ensured that the laws and regulations which are stopping the startups to come up in India abolished. Two, in this period, lakhs of startups have got blossomed in the country. India has become the nursery of...
Let's go back to that. No, I'll go into detail. See, Abhishek, Siddharth Sharma, this is wonderful, it's beautiful, it's delicious, it's delicious. It's so delicious, this particular debate.
Let's get to the issue. Let's get to the issue.
No, what issue? I'm on the issue.
The issue is Gautam Adani has decided to abandon Narendra Modi.
Who has decided to abandon?
That's the issue.
Who is decided?
Gautam Adani has decided to abandon Narendra Modi. That's the issue.
And in what way?
That's what Modi is saying. Modi is saying that Adani has decided to fund his enemies, his political rivals. That's what Modi is saying.
Okay, Shazia is responding sharply. I'm letting Shazia respond. Shazia,
why Shazia? Why are you nervous?
Shazia is responding sharply. I want to hear us. No, let her respond. Let her respond, yaar. Let her respond. Shazia.
Abhishek. 100 सुनार की
Gautam Bhai has said Narendra Bhai मैं कोई पैसा नहीं दे रहा हूँ आपको.
Prime Minister has called out
Gautam Bhai has cut Narendra Bhai.
Okay, Abhishek.
What a thrashing he got. And just imagine, one of blacksmith and 100 of goldsmith. And at this point of time, you think that the media cell is being run by somebody like Sam Pitroda.
We don't have time.
You think the Prime Minister does not know, and all of us don't know, that in the last few weeks, there has been no mention of Adani or Ambani. What has prompted this change? What has brought this on?
Prime Minister
this change
Adani?
Of heart?
Why is Narendra Modi attacking Gautam Adani?
Is it selective amnesia?
Why is Narendra Modi attacking Gautam Adani?
Why has Rahul Gandhi gone so soft? Almost so mellow on Adani and Ambani.
One minute, Kishore, wait a minute.
What has happened?
Wait a minute.
Has something happened with Sharad Pawar or Revant Reddy?
No,
these are very real questions. We all know about Ashok Gehlot's time, Rajasthan, the investments of Adani, Pinarayi Vijayan in Kerala, and of course Mamata Banerjee. Those everybody knows about. But what else has happened? We want to know that. Has there been any exchange of any understanding of sorts?
Abhishek, I think there's a simple solution to this. There's a simple solution to this which I am absolutely sure Siddharth will agree to. Siddharth, and I'm sure Dr. Mehrotra will also agree. I think the simple solution is that the India Alliance issue a joint statement.
Adani has decided to fund Modi's
India Alliance issue a joint statement that no member of the India Alliance has received any election-based funding from the Adani group or the Ambani group. Siddharth, I'm sure your Aam Aadmi Party can begin with this. This would be a full disclosure because your basic politics is abusing Adani and Ambani. In that case, you must make it clear. You must make it clear that you don't accept any money from them as a political party.
Ambani and Adani, but not Khalistani.
Thank you, Arnab, for a very nice sarcastic opening remarks. But then there's a saying that...
Sarcastic? That was as straight as I could be.
Yeah. There is a saying that sarcasm is the lowest form of wit. Anyway, you've chosen to do that. I take it in that spirit. In fact, let me congratulate you right at the outset today. Kudos that most of the channels which are far below, obviously the far below Republic, the other English channels, have chosen not to cover the Ambani-Adani issue for obvious reasons because there are ownership issues here. So be as it may. So what is going to happen today is that after the Prime Minister speaking about Ambani and Adani, so what essentially is going to happen is that either Adani-Ambani will be getting raided tonight, or the other option here is that the PM has lost his mojo. There is no other third way out here. Seems Pradhanji's main funders, Adani-Ambani, have stopped the cash flow. Within months of Indian Air Force Jamnagar Airport being opened for Ambani guests, and Pradhanji himself refusing a JPC against Adani and traveling with him to Greece, to lobby for him, for his contracts. If Modi ji today is saying that the funding is not coming to the BJP, that means 7 years ago the demonetization happened. That was only to hurt the common man. Modi ji's friend Adani and Adani still have enough black money today. So why is the Vishwaguru 56-inch Vishwaguru not prosecuting them? That is the question. BJP has been caught with its pant up to its knees. That's why they think, just like they closed 1 lakh schools in the last 10 years, they think the Indians are ignorant enough to take whatever canard, all the lies, the canard that BJP is serving, the people are going to take
what
it.
prompts Rahul Gandhi's silence? That's the question.
This is the relationship of Mr. Modi with Adani. Mr. Modi ji flies in Adani's aeroplanes.
पैसे नहीं दे रहे Adani Ambani.
अरे भाई, you explain your relationship with the Khalistanis.
Will invite Modi.
This is Adani
Group. Didn't invite Modi to Jamnagar.
This is Adani
Ambani
Group
didn't
in
invite
Kanpur.
Modi to Jamnagar.
Just 2 months ago just 3 months ago in January, getting an munitions contract. So I think what the Prime Minister, basically that's what I said in the opening statement, that either tonight Ambani and Adani are getting raided, or the Prime Minister has basically lost his mojo. I think I've given my
But why don't you declare that you haven't? I mean, what was my question, Kishore? I said that all you have to do is you declare that you're not taking money from them. Yeah. Because if you're taking money from them, then it amounts to blackmail. No, then it amounts to blackmail that you speak with. No, listen.
Funds are already in the public domain.
No, but has the India Alliance or have any members of the India Alliance accepted any money directly or indirectly from the Ambani or Adani conglomerates or any of their associated subsidiaries?
Number one. In this election, Arnab, let me make it clear, Rahul Gandhi is asking people.
I can imagine how frustrated you must be, I can imagine. Because the Supreme Court has clearly said, either you will get the interim relief, Kejriwal will get, and if he gets that, then he will not be able to perform as a CM. But a big question haunting all of you is your Khalistani connection. So for a minute, I think you have very serious issues to look at. But the major question is as to why Rahul Gandhi stopped talking about Adani, Ambani. That was the constant refrain. And how come that went away? Was there pressure from Revanth Reddy? Was there pressure from others? And why was there a deal done between these media international houses and Rahul Gandhi? Was his silence bought in any way?
This was a googly by Narendra Modi.
That is a question.
This was a googly by Narendra Modi, and the Congress does not have any answer for this googly. And Rahul Gandhi is asking people to vote their caste and not
what
cast
answer,
their
man?
vote.
How much money has Adani given to Modi? Adani flew Modi on private jet to Delhi.
And Santosh ji was totally wrong.
Santosh ji, when Modi was sworn in as PM, he flew in Adani's jet.
The issue here.
Can you name one statement,
the issue
one
here
speech
is,
of Rahul Gandhi in the last 15 days?
One minute. The burning question tonight, Shazia. The burning question tonight, which will irritate people like Dr. Santosh Mehrotra no end. And Abhishek, please give way to wisdom sometimes, please. Wisdom, yaar. Just repeating yourself, trying to heckle Shazia is not getting any brownie points. People are saying on Twitter right now that you are unable to answer a question, so you're repeating one point. You are like the class 3 child of a history exam who has memorized an answer on Akbar. And it doesn't matter what the question is. You will give that answer. Now listen to me. My point is simple. You called Adani's thieves. Did you not?
And isn't it?
Did you not? Did you not call the Adani's thieves? And now you'll take money from them. You'll take money from people who you have called thieves.
Adani sponsored your summit in December of 2023. Adani sponsored a Republic summit in December of 2023.
I'm sorry, but you are living in a la-la land. 1 minute. By the way, yeah, of course. Yeah, 1 minute. Abhishek, since you're burning and seething with professional jealousy and schadenfreude, you have to be put in your place. I run the largest media network of this country, which I'm happy to inform you, I have built from scratch through hard work and entrepreneurship. So you should be a little careful about making loose comments about it.
But you also took Adani's money.
One minute. You're being an idiot. I'll tell you why. Because you should know that a large media enterprise... No, you should know. No, because see, I don't want to call you an idiot. Do you think I enjoy it? But if you say something idiotic, then the best way to describe you is as an idiot. Similarly, if you say something stupid, I will call you stupid. I'm not a subtle guy. My question to you is, and everyone on, my point tonight is, Abhishek, can I have everyone on and ask him to shut up for a while? Listen to me. Don't, I can give it back nicely to you. The Republic Media Network, my friend, I am not like a poor lawyer like you who doesn't get a case. If you had been a good lawyer, you would not have been on my show. You would be charging a client. You don't get enough clients, that's why you come on my show. My point to you is, I'm giving it back to you straight. Who knows, Abhishek Sudhir, at your age, the other Abhishek Manu Singhvi was a senior advocate of the Supreme Court of India. You are starting your professional career, and Arnab Goswami runs a large news enterprise in which Adani, Ambani, Tata, Birla, Unicorns, Amul are also advertising. So if Amul is advertising on my program, if everyone is advertising on my program, then what problem do you have with it?
That is legal.
I mean, you're being foolish. Do you know this Fabian socialism of yours? One minute. This Fabian socialism, this Trotskyite thinking, you must understand that there is something called economics. This is the problem with you people. You people don't know basic economics. You know something, there is something called earning and there is something called cost.
No, but you can
I am asking you, yes, I will say clearly today, 1 minute. I will say clearly today, Republic takes advertisements from a range of companies. And we take the highest charge the highest for advertising because of our high viewership. And that is because we are a popular channel. People put out advertisements on my channel. My question is, why can't the India Alliance put out a statement, Dr. Mehrotra, that we believe in what we say, we have called the Adanis and Ambanis thieves, and therefore we do not accept a single rupee of any form of party funding from them. And therefore, the Prime Minister is asking this question is inappropriate. Let there be that reply. Let there be that reply. I put your cell phone down, Siddharth. The question is to Subhash Mehrotra. Let them make a statement. We'll put it on Republic.
Cell phone doesn't help. Even the cell phone data is of Ambani. Don't forget. Even the cell phone data is of Mr. Ambani. Don't forget that.
No, it belongs to BSNL. All my lines are BSNL. I'm a very hardcore nationalist. Don't worry about it. I work on BSNL.
I know the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party. Your leader is in the jail.
I am a hardcore nationalist. I only depend on BSNL.
You international, sir. Pakistan also is yours.
I am not a capitalist like Arnab Goswami, who takes Adani's money as well as Ambani's money.
Why doesn't okay, you're going around in circles. I think I asked an appropriate question. All I'm asking is, viewers, I am saying that the India Alliance should issue a statement saying that the question the Prime Minister is asking is inappropriate because no member of the India Alliance has ever received any party funding from either the Adani Group or the Ambani Group. Is that too much to ask? I mean, it's a natural question, a corollary to the political public stand taken by this alliance.
If you ask logical questions, you won't get answer from these people.
Dr. Mehrotra, what do you think? What do you think, Dr. Mehrotra? Tell me.
Why should I be answering that question? And we know perfectly well that they have accepted money from them. We know that.
Who has accepted?
They should be answering it. Why should I be answering it? Who am I?
When you say we know perfectly well, you're referring to the India Alliance?
Yes, obviously.
So then tell me one thing, Dr. Mehrotra. You don't have to answer for them, I agree. But tell me, is it ethical of members of the India Alliance to accept money from the Adani and Ambanis when it comes to funding their politics and then calling them thieves on public forums after that? Is it ethical?
Look. I don't know whether they've called them thieves. You are saying that they've called them thieves.
Yes.
The real point is, and Sebi, excuse me, may I finish? I don't interrupt you people when you are talking.
You don't give the courtesy of others to finish, Mr. Mehrotra.
अरे अच्छा तो बोल लो भैया मैं जा रहा हूँ तुम लोग बोलो because I'm actually not enjoying this debate.
No, Dr. Mehrotra, don't Dr. Mehrotra, please answer the question. You were elaborating on the point. You said that it doesn't matter whether members of the India Alliance have taken money from them, which they probably have, we don't know. But if they have, then how can you call them thieves? Because Rahul Gandhi addresses industrialists as thieves. He says Adani takes money from the poorest people. This story would bring down any government. This is direct theft. These are the comments that have been made by Rahul Gandhi about Adani's. If you have made these comments, calling Adani Group, Ambani Group in these kind of names, how can you accept political funding from them? And how is that question not an appropriate question?
It's an appropriate question, but let me just respond sensibly rather than in the political way that you posed the question. Let me just remind you that Mr. Adani's empire, which has grown phenomenally in the last 4 years in particular, and particularly in the last 10 years, from a net worth of $7 billion, he's gotten to a net worth of 140 plus billion dollars and has now come down to below $100 billion. And not without a very generous central government helping in every which way. The fact of the matter is, he's obviously helping other political parties as well. And yet, we know perfectly well that there is a case pending in the Supreme Court, and the SEBI has actually already stated that Mr. Adani has likely been round-tripping. This is the latest finding of the SEBI study. That's what already been made public. Let the matter come back to court, and I think the matters are likely to be, hopefully, if the SEBI has done its work properly, because it's taking forever and ever for SEBI to do this, despite the fact that its job it was to actually investigate this matter seriously when it was allowing round-tripping happening. It actually changed the rules in 2018 to prevent anyone finding out in 2018 what
so
was
now
the
you want to
original
pass as
source of
question
one minute.
What is the original source of the funding?
Shazia wants to
That's the
counter
real
you.
issue.
I want to come in with a couple of comments. Dr. Mehrotra, you are an intelligent man. You are an intelligent man, and you understand how you are playing with words, and you are trying to make it appear that the SEBI has given a report when you very well know it has not given a report, and you're trying to put pressure.
It's an interim report.
But you're trying to put pressure and saying that hopefully the SEBI will do the right thing. The SEBI will do the right thing, which may not be the right thing from your perspective. Having said that, I will only say one thing. Viewers, don't go by what I say. You may like me, dislike me, hate me, and never want to listen to me again. But let me tell you something. Nobody can deny the fact that the Adani Group and Reliance Industries pledged more than 1.68 trillion rupees. Just gather yourself, 1.68 trillion rupees between December 2021 and March 2022 in letters of intent and MOUs with the Rajasthan government. And no, it was not the BJP in power. It was the Congress in power under Ashok Gehlot, who has praised Dhirubhai Ambani, Gautam Bhai publicly. So I think they take a very wrong kind of line on this. Shazia is replying to everyone on the other side. Shazia, your turn as the Prime Minister picks up the issue of Adani and Ambani and asks why Rahul Gandhi has gone quiet on both of them since the election began. Shazia.
So as it is a common refrain to bring down all the institutions and run down all the institutions, let me tell Mr. Santosh Mehrotra that Adani Enterprises got 2 SEBI show cause notices, and this is a new report. This is just 6 days old. So by continually, attacking everything under the government and every institution, you will not gain any credibility whatsoever. You're just trying to destroy all the credibility of, institutions of India. But I want to ask you, Santoshji, what has prompted this silence? What has brought on this complete, this being squeamish on the Adani-Ambani issue? Has it something to do with Sharad Pawar's involvement and Sharad Pawar's defense of Adani? Or has it something to do with Revant Reddy's proximity? Or has it to do something with a deal that has been done between the two? Or something else? Because, we know what has happened over Chaukidar Chor Hai, Rafale and what have you, everything. Whether it's, everything Rahul Gandhi has been caught on. And I think what Modi ji has done, this googly, has just fixed him for a long time to come. And I think this has been such a shocker for Rahul that he'll find it difficult to recover. And now I think the onus is on Rahul Gandhi.
You champion Adani all these years and now you attack Adani.
What has prompted this silence?
There is no googly.
And this selective
Adani
amnesia.
is not allowed to invest in non-BJP states, is it? Adani is not allowed to invest in non-BJP states. He's only
Then why blame BJP?
That's all.
Why cast aspersions on BJP? You want foreign businessmen. You have a problem with wealth creators. When you want to invest,
your Prime Minister is casting aspersions on Adani.
What is this connection
Your Prime
with
Minister
BJP
is
that you were
casting
trying to
aspersions
do?
on Adani.
Siddharth and Santosh Mehrotra, please. Siddharth.
Why are you giving him private
It's not making any sense.
Why are you
It's very
giving him
illogical.
ports?
You know what you're saying?
Siddharth, yeah.
Yeah, I think, Arnab, since a lot of euphemisms are flying around today, it seems like Adani has become like a Schrodinger's cat for the BJP. It doesn't know whether it is alive or whether it is dead. It is like a Schrodinger's cat. So anyway, coming back to the very substantive part here, I was trying to be cheeky in the...
Not at all for the BJP. Seems like a Schrodinger's cat for
come on,
India Alliance.
शाजिया आप ज्यादा बोलना शुरू करोगे ना फिर मैं टीवी का ये दिखाना स्टार्ट करूंगा उससे अच्छा मुझे बोलने दे दो उतना अच्छा बोलता नहीं हूँ जितना अच्छा दिखा देता हूँ चीजों को तो आप बोलोगे तो मैं सस्ते में
आप कुछ भी कर लीजिए आप धमकाइए नहीं आप धमकाइए नहीं भाई साहब धमकाइए नहीं
put the phone down you're giving free advertising to a phone company on the show with the highest advertising rates put it down no surrogate advertising or proxy advertising on my program.
I was trying to come to the substantive part.
Come on.
The substantive part here is that I'll finish this off within 30 seconds.
Go on.
When Aam Aadmi Party government came in Punjab, we had a coal block in Odisha which we opened, and when we asked for the Indian Railways to give us wagons so that the coal can be transported from Odisha to Punjab, instead, do you know what the government of India, the coal department and the railway said? That you have to circumnavigate the entire peninsular India through Sri Lanka, get that coal to Mundra port of Adani, and from Mundra port you have to get it back to Punjab. So this is not what I am saying. This also has proof. So I will not show it again, but I think it will be captured. So this is how Mr. Ambani has been supported by the BJP. Hawai adda de diya Ambani ko, tel de diya Ambani ko, sale de diya Ambani ko, सब कुछ दे दिया अंबानी को और अडानी को
दे दिया फेल दे दिया कांग्रेस ने क्या किया How long has Ambani been there? Where are you living? Who gave the first few licenses to Adani?
Which company supplies buses to the Delhi Transport Corporation? Which company supplies buses to the Punjab Bus Corporation? Which company supplies the buses to the Delhi Transport Corporation? Siddharth Sharma, जरा उस पे भी जरा हमारा क्या बोलते हैं ज्ञानवर्धन कर दीजिए.
Can you come again because I was out.
Yes, I will. Which company has been given contracts to supply buses to the DTC?
Pardon me? The contract to supply. Okay, just like when you said that Republic Channel takes money from every right source. It's an open bid.
No. I said we take advertisements. No. You gave a contract. I don't give contract. You've given a contract to a company to supply buses to the DTC. Name the company. Name the company.
Rather than take that coal from Odisha to Punjab.
How much time do I have, viewers, on this hot debate?
Asking us to go through Adani.
This debate is really hot tonight. How much time?
That the Modi government is in hand in glove with Adani, and that is what the JPC was demanding.
So what is the problem? What is the problem? What is the problem? Now tell me one more thing. Which company, is it true that the Congress allotted a large number of airports to GVK and GMR in their time?
It's true. They don't accept.
Tell me.
But that's the truth.
Tell me, why did they do that? Why were GVK and GMR given so many airports? How fair was that? The Aam Aadmi of the country should have been given the airports.
Sir,
why did you give the airports to GVK, GMR and not to the Aam Aadmi of the country?
And why did the Prime Minister not take any Aam Aadmi to Greece with him? Why did he to choose to take only Mr.
Caught in a bind, ladies and gentlemen. Caught in a web tonight. They're caught in a web. They're caught in a web of their own making. You're caught in a web of your own making. Yeah.
That is why I am saying it has become, Adani has become a Schrodinger's cat for BJP.
Not forget, Rahul Gandhi defended GDK in parliament.
Which is running from jail. दुनिया के एक
Anyway.
जो जेल से चल रहा है वो है आम आदमी.
You know, I'll tell you one thing. Siddharth, you're like Bruce Lee. You're like Bruce Lee, Siddharth. You're like Bruce Lee. You know what happens when Bruce Lee hits himself with his nunchaku? You know the nunchaku he used to have? The moment Bruce Lee uses his own nunchaku on himself, you know what happens to him? He's not going to. You have done a Bruce Lee tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, how do I see it? People say, Arnab, forget all this. How do you see it? Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, how I see it. The way I see it, viewers, the emergence of huge business conglomerates is not at the expense of India's unicorns. Business needs capital, and wealth creation, whether by unicorns, SMEs, MSMEs, or mega conglomerates like Adani and Ambani and Tatas and Birlas, is not to be derided. If business grows, the country grows. Fake socialism will get us nowhere. Fakeness will take us absolutely nowhere. By signaling that it will take on the opposition on the Adani-Ambani issue, the BJP has moved into a post-Hindenburg phase, in my view. I'm happy that this has happened in the heat and high visibility of the 2024 election, because it is important that Indian politicians are frank about the need for wealth creation and not apologetic about it. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the way I see it. And when I'm back on the other side, the nation's sharpest opinion and super trending guests like Himanta Biswa Sharma and Annamalai, please join me back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.